I don't know what I believe. This is a song I really like. That's why I wanted to put it out as the first single on this new album. And obviously, that's quite an interesting song title. I don't know what I believe. And I wanted to make a video to explain where I'm coming from with that. Obviously, I'm, involved in churches. I have my own faith, and I have, been involved in churches my whole life. So, putting out a song, I don't know what I believe, could be a way to trigger people or a way to, cause people to get a little bit flared up, I guess. So I wanted to put a video out that explains where I'm coming from in my heart and hopefully mitigate some of that, and also just let people understand what the song is actually about and give a little bit of a deeper context, deeper meaning, which is always awesome for art that artists create, I guess. I don't know what I believe for me is a song about a revelation or epiphany I had that may seem insignificant to some people, but for me was quite revolutionary, and that was the world is not black and white, even though we really want it to be, and we really want like a dualistic way to view the world, a viewpoint that we can see the world through, it's either this or it's that. But unfortunately, we live in a world that is essentially a range of colours across the palette. And a lot of those colours are grey. There's so many grey areas in life and society that we encounter. So for me, being quite a opinionated person, that was quite a big revelation that actually there's so much of the world that's grey that you kind of begin this journey learning and trying to understand the world and interpret the world. And for me, I guess in my 20s, I've been learning a lot about myself and who I am. And so I felt like when I had this realization early last year that the world is so grey that all these things I thought I understood, I actually don't. For me, it threw me into a spiral where I just said, I don't know what I believe. I don't know what I believe about life. I don't know what I believe about the world, about my viewpoint, about the way that I see the world, my worldview. And not necessarily in a spiritual or a religious context, but just in the overall way that I interact with life in general. I just got married. I had just moved in with Zoe. We were, trying to figure out what the heck marriage was. I was in a relatively new town and a relatively new job. And for me, that was a really big time in my life to start questioning things and start working through, what do I want for my future? Who do I want to be? Who is a great person I could role model off? What do my role models look like? What does success look like? And I guess we're all on a journey. And so when I look at some of the words in this song, I've got them down here because I'm not a words person. I'm much more of a muso, although I've tried to be a words person on this album. The verse starts off saying, "It seems I'm not alone, surrounded on my quest of seeking out the truth, of pondering what's best. I'm walking out my thoughts and counting every step, and hope I'll learn the key. I'm scouring the depths." Essentially, it's talking about, that we're on a journey, that we're trying to figure out how to actually see the world, how to interpret the world, how to figure out what's going on, and how to interface with that in a way that's positive. And then verse 2 is even further pushing the metaphor of the grayscale world. The cloud is peering through as black and white both fade. I know my mind's made up, I mustn't stay the same. I used to find it easy to speak of night and day, but now I find it simpler considering the grey. And the chorus, of course, is, I don't know what I believe, I don't know about me, but everyone around is trying to figure it out. So that's a brief overview of the song, I don't know what I believe. Essentially a song of introspection, a song of just reflecting on life, reflecting on where we're going, what we're doing, and also the beauty in the fact that no one has it figured out. None of us have it figured out, and it's a beautiful thing that we're all on this journey together, trying to make sense of this crazy world. I mean, here we are in the middle of a pandemic, and we're all in our homes self-isolating, and again, we're faced with another thing that I don't know anyone who's been through a similar thing like this before. There are certainly, older people who were dealing with similar things. I think it was back in the 40s or the 30s, there was a similar pandemic and people were shut into their homes. But certainly nothing in my lifetime has ever happened like this. And so here we have another thing where it's It's not necessarily good, it's not necessarily bad, it's just another thing we have to deal with. Yeah, so some final thoughts to take away is I hope this song is an encouragement to you. I hope this song is uplifting, and I hope this song makes you feel unified and united in the fact that every single one of us in the human race is trying to figure it out. And sometimes we don't know what we believe about things. Sometimes we don't know what we believe about the world. And that's okay. We're all in this together. So everyone stay safe. I wish you all the best, and I hope you enjoy the song. I don't know what I believe. I don't know about me, but everyone around is trying to figure it